So in the last video I forgot to mention all the tripods I have. This is my main tripod right here, the one I bring to the gym. I have this tripod. It's a handle for, I guess, for skateboarding and whatnot. I have the GorillaPod, the X-Strobe GorillaPod. I'm sure everyone knows what this is now. I have a little one that I've had for forever. This one was originally for my cell phone. I don't use it much anymore, but I do have it just in case. I have a selfie stick. And then I have a small tripod. It's been raining all day. It's super windy. Florida is still having some crazy weather. It's been like this for the past week, which sucks. Because of the weather, I can't fly the Phantom 4. It's not worth flying this outside and potentially getting it crashed, even though I do have DJI Care on it. It's just not worth it. Okay, so some of you guys are wondering how I'm able to afford all this camera equipment. If I work, how do I do this? Going to school. And I guess in this video, I'm gonna explain all that stuff to you. So I think like little trains will go on top of this, and it's like a track for it, which is pretty neat. Florida weather is being super bipolar right now. It is windy as hell. I'm pretty sure it's gonna start storming here within an hour, but that's Florida. Okay, so people are interested in where I work. Now I have answered this in previous video. I am a distributor for an independent company. I had to move locations because it is way too windy out there, and right now I'm under a covered environment so the wind doesn't affect the mic. So as I was saying, I work about 30 hours a week more or less, depending on what my schedule is. Now keep in mind, I do take care of my grandma and I do go to school. So for times that I have to take my grandma places like her doctor's appointment, shopping, checkups, things like that, I do have to flip-flop my schedule with work, and my work has been very lenient with that. They understand that I do take care of my grandma and I do go to school, so I'm super blessed that they allow me to do things like that. Also, another thing is I don't make a crazy amount of money like some people may think at my job. If anything, it's really average. I'm pretty smart with my money for the most part. The only things I really spend my money on is things like cameras or just investments into my channel, food, bills, gas, things like that. I'm very fortunate to not pay rent since I do live with my grandma and that condo is paid for. I think we're gonna go to the gym right now and we're gonna continue these questions afterwards. So we're in front of the gym right now, and one more thing I wanted to say before I start training is I use my credit cards, which also helps me buy things that I use for the channel. Now, I only use under 10% of my credit limit. I will never use anything above that. And doing that for the past several years has tremendously boosted my credits. Although I have had some mishaps when I was young, I did some stupid things like most young kids do, maxing out credit cards and whatnot. But I am now recovered from that, and keeping my credit spending limited has tremendously boosted my credit. So that I do utilize for buying things such as cameras or lenses or things that I use for the channel. Okay, this workout is going to be dedicated to deadlifts. I haven't done them, it's been a long time, I think like 5 months, at least consistently I haven't done them in like 5 or 6 months. Definitely need to practice more on deadlifts. She's too nice, that's all. Later, guys. That workout was... Florida has all these secret parks that I didn't know about, and they're all around my area. So if you haven't noticed lately, I've been doing these talks outside. I'm gonna go into this gazebo and continue this video. David and Josie, I wonder how old that is. So I've told you where I worked, or kind of, I've told you I don't make much money. I'm just somewhat smart with my money. I don't go out, I don't spend money on stupid things. I feel that everything I spend my money on is smart investments. I do utilize credit cards, but I do not max them out. I do not. Like I said, I only utilize them to 10% or less than that. So I've told you I am in school, and I do go to school for exercise physiology. And I have mentioned this in previous video. I don't know technically if I want to do anything in exercise physiology, but luckily I'll have my associate's degree after this semester, and that'll be my core classes that I need to pursue in if I really wanted to go to exercise science or wanted to go in a different direction. So I'm not technically a full-time student. I'm taking 3 classes, and instead of having that one class break down into multiple classes, I just take one 3-hour class so I can utilize my time throughout the week. The world's smallest worm on my phone distracted me. I got really distracted with that worm, but I was saying, so I go to school, I work, I utilize my time as best as I possibly can, because if I don't, literally I will go insane. I try to do so much with homework. I have to be very wise with that. Editing is no simple task. It takes me, you know, a couple hours to edit a small video. I'm usually up to about 3 a.m. in the morning almost every single night. And I wake up at 7 a.m. almost every single morning so I can go to work. But for me, these things will pay off later on. I will thank myself years from now. Also, I wanted to say I'm not a great speaker when I talk to the camera. Doing YouTube for what, like 2 years now? It's still a tedious process for me to try to communicate what I'm trying to tell you guys. Just thought I'd let you guys know that. It's a forever battle. So this kitchen probably looks familiar to you, but I'm eating a regular meal. This is a post-workout meal. Green beans, sweet potatoes, regular potatoes, corn, and I don't know, it's about like probably 5 ounces of chicken. Nothing crazy. I don't eat crazy shit all the time. So I gotta keep it healthy on normal days. I'm literally obsessed with this stuff. One thing I have definitely, you can see my reflection. Okay, one thing that I have definitely seen improvement on the Canon 80D is the battery life is almost double the length of the Canon 70D, because I've been shooting pretty heavy on this camera and it still has half the battery life. If I had done that on the 70D, the battery drains really quickly. And I have extra batteries. And the battery that you use in the 80D is the same thing to use in the 70D. So the 80D, awesome. It does wonderful job with the battery. I have a 2-pound box of Sour Patch Kids. I'm kind of scared to do it because there's a lot of horror stories that go into making this candy a challenge. Okay, so I have plans to do a redemption video. I just haven't been able to do it because of the weather, because I really want to include drone footage in my upcoming video. It's going to be a cheat day. Redemption, to see if I can do that 20,000, maybe even more. But this time, plan it out better. But the weather is seriously going to dictate if I even do the video. Alright, well, I need a shower right now. I'm going to close out the video. I hope I have answered the questions that you guys have asked with, you know, job, school, work, how I afford all these things. And yeah, so if you guys liked the video, if you could just hit that like button, really do appreciate it. As always, thank you guys for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Good night.